from that moment when you just sat and talked forever, and there was this connection, this soul connection.
Yes.
And at that point, it's just like, oh, you have great chemistry and you get along, there's something there. But as you've evolved in your journey, how have you reflected back on looking at that your souls were brought together for a purpose?
Oh, yes. And I do believe that. And I was looking for that answer. Yes, we have a beautiful family, 4 children, and we've created a business, and we've been blessed with a home and, the things that we need to survive, yes, and we're blessed for that. However, what was it that we needed to do together for humanity? That's what I was searching for. Why were we brought together at this time? And I reflect on that time. And what really was the driving force was that Scott continued to talk about his grandparents and how close he was to them. And we spoke probably for 3 hours, 4 hours that night. And he would not stop talking about his family. And I'm like, oh my goodness, what man talks about his family? Like, I had not met anyone who spoke that highly of grandparents.
Yeah.
And I said, oh my goodness, this man loves family. That's awesome.
It takes me back to remembering the first time I met the mother of I'm going to start calling her the mother of my children, Tammy. And the moment she stepped out of the van, like, I can still remember the jacket she was wearing, what she looked like. Just there was this instant, oh, we're going to have something together. And we were young when we met, but then years later, actually just almost 2 years ago, I think, I was in a meditation, and I was in this conversation. I could see that I was talking to my kids, or to our kids, and then there was another voice talking in the conversation, but I didn't see it because I was like looking down. I was like, and then suddenly I looked up, and it was the mother of my kids, Tammy. And then I went, and she was an angel. And I went back to that moment when we first met, and the words that came out of my mouth the first time I saw her, the first thought I had was, she's an angel.
In Judaism, the Hebrew word is Bechard, that it comes from above, that we were brought together. Like this meeting today, or when we first met, we say that was Bechard. And that question you just asked, Marla, it's so profound, because when this really evolved, that aha moment when we both knew why we were brought into our lives is when I designed the Tree of Life pendant for our 21-year anniversary almost 8 years ago. And that's when she said that was the most beautiful thing I'd ever given her. Not because of the jewelry, but the spiritual meaning of the Tree of Life. And I had engraved all 4 of our children's names on the back in Hebrew with the number 21. And she said, that's it. And I'm like, what? And she says, that's what I waited 21 years for. And I didn't get it at first. It wasn't yet that lightning bolt, because, as you just said, yes, blessed with 4 beautiful children, health, home, business. But she says 2 souls are brought together in this lifetime for a bigger purpose and a divine reason. And the Tree of Life was it. And then that lightning bolt hit, and we came up with our mantra, changing the world one tree at a time. We become one. Because we know there's no black, white, pink, yellow. There's no Christian, Jewish, Buddhist, we're all the same. Our souls are the same.